What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day for Apoc. The guys are back for Sunday Fun Day. Carlos running Tau, James running Necrons, Chaos, Nick running Necrons. We have an 8,000 point Apoc game ready to go. Everyone's deployed. We got a bunch of crons over here. We got the pylon. We got that triarch thing. We got Chaos over there with some walkers, tanks, and then a bunch of, we got the Narlosis. We got the Tau Narlosis. We got 2 Warhounds, count them. Bunch of super heavy tanks for the IG and the Tau army. So yeah, there's 6 objectives on the table. And here we go, turn 1. Bottom of turn 1, that didn't take too long. Of course, Nick, with his Emotep commander, made everything night fighting, which reduces everyone's range, and Necrons couldn't hit anything, and most of the Chaos couldn't hit anything, and the IG Tau army hit a few things, unfortunately for James. Took out a bunch of Chaos over there. Emotep's Lightning Strike did a little damage, took out a drone, stunned one of the tanks. Not a whole lot going on because of that night fighting. We don't really have range, and it's going to continue to turn 2. All right, whatever. But at least we should get some movement going here. Here we go, turn 2. Bottom of turn 2, and it's starting to get a little exciting. The night fighting rules are still in effect, so everything has really limited range right now. These guys couldn't fire much at all. This Warhound ran up, and he couldn't fire because of night fighting. Tried to assault that Triarch thingy, and couldn't reach him. That thing fired a Meltaback and stunned one of his weapons there. The Narlosis ran all the way up there and assaulted those guys, took 4 of them out, and when the bad guys shot, well, they're all bad guys. When the Crons Chaos shot back, they did a bunch of wounds to him. He's down to like 2 or 3 wounds. That Warhound did nothing because of night fighting. There's some action back here. The Necrons deep striked 2 croissants and this retinue over here and these guys over here, and they did some damage to the IG. They took a tank out. They took a turret out. They stunned these 2 tanks. Berserkers came out of the Rhino and charged over here, and somehow those little Tau survived, so they're locked up. Blitz did nothing because of the night fighting. Night fighting rules are really hurting everyone at this point. We don't know if it's going to continue into turn 3. I guess that's up to Nick. He's controlling the night fighting. When the night fighting's in effect, he gets to do lightning strikes, and they were fairly effective. I don't know if it's worth not letting the Chaos and everyone else shoot, but yeah, we'll see what happens if the lights go on or what. Here comes turn 3. Bottom of turn 3, and both sides are starting to take heavy casualties. So this Warhound right here took out the pylon before it could do anything. Finally got to fire its destroyer weapon. These 2 walkers, Necron walkers, got wrecked. Fire Warriors took a couple little damage over here. The Warhound, the other Warhound, got taken out. They used a strategic asset, gave all these guys a 2 to hit with their heavy weapons and dropped the Warhound. Wow, nice work. The Narlosis ran over there and tried to hand-to-hand, didn't do anything, not much. Deep Strikers, a bunch of Necrons showed up back here and did some damage, dropped a tank, actually dropped one of the super heavies. Their Royal Court that was over here with this dude, they got wiped out, they're gone. But these destroyers are still in, shooting the tank in the butt right there. The Berserkers came through and got a nice charge off and destroyed some broadsides. The Terminators showed up, and they're going to do something next turn. The Dreadnought couldn't reach the tank, so he didn't do a whole lot. The Obliterator didn't do a whole lot either. So yeah, we got these Necrons on the table now in the backfield doing damage, and everyone's starting to step it up. A lot of damage happening. It's going to be interesting. We're going into turn 4. Bottom of turn 4, and it could be anybody's game at this point. There's been a lot of damage going on. So the Warhound turned around and shot a D-Blast. There was a whole retinue of Necrons there. Everything, all these guys turned around and shot at the Necrons and took almost all of them out. Those guys were still alive. They just ran up and hurt the tank right there. This Necron came back to life. He's still in there. Tanks took some damage. The Berserkers got all shot up by these Fire Warriors. They're gone. And James's Terminators, oh no. Huge, massive squad of Terminators landed right there. And everything shot at him. Just unloaded on him. How many points did you say that squad was worth?
Like 600.
600? Well, they were on the table for a turn. So over here, the Narlosis finally got taken out. So these guys had to disembark. And yeah, we're going into turn 5. So we need to start thinking about getting up on these objectives. And we'll see how it goes. Here it comes, turn 5. Bottom of turn 5. And it's been exciting. We're going to go one more turn after this. So the Warhound is up here just stomping on those troops. Nurgles took some melta shots at him. Nothing happened. Doomsday Ark is trying to come up, get an objective. I don't know what the demon is doing there. All the troops are pouring out now, running up, trying to claim objectives. Oh, he's by the objective. That's right. That wreck is an objective. And the Fire Warriors are there. They need to get up on that objective. There was a massive... The Necrons are finally down. Those guys kept resurrecting, but we cleared out the center of the table there. There was a massive apocalyptic explosion. The tank that was right there blew up. Took a bunch of broadsides with them. Ouch, that really hurt. Cleaned up the backfield, except this one Necron keeps coming back to life and shooting the tanks in the rear armor. Oh well. So, yeah, going into turn 6, last turn, time to cover up some objectives and try to win this game. And that's it. Went the full 6 turns. And, yeah, the town, the IG did some damage. But what really pulled it out of the hat was they used the strategic asset, strategic redeployment. And these tanks got a free move anywhere on the table. So this tank moved over here to contest that with the Warhound they couldn't take down. These guys moved up with the Meltas but couldn't hurt them. This tank redeployed over here to contest that objective against the Demon. The Chaos troops that were over there got wiped out. Pretty much saturated with fire by everything left on the table. This tank also redeployed, holding that objective there, and the tower holding that objective there. And oh yeah, the Fire Warriors are holding that objective there. So the Tau IG have 3 objectives. No, we can't hold our own objectives. Yeah, so we have 2. That's right. So 2 objectives. Everything else is contested. Far from a blowout. There are some really interesting things that happened. Seeing the Warhound go down, the tank blew up. There's an apocalyptic explosion right there. Took a bunch of Tau out, and yeah, pretty interesting. I think the guys are ready to reset and play another one. What do you think?
Oh yeah, 100%. I need a nap.
I feel ya. All right, until next time. Good game, guys.
Good game.
Yeah, that was a good one.